Do you want to teach your kids to believe in themselves, to focus on the positive, and push through the fear of failure in every area of life? All through guided reading, listening activities, hands on creations, and reflections, I have just the thing for you. So, what do I have for you today? I have the Big Life Journal lesson plan. Y'all, this is a scientifically based curriculum that you can use in your home to raise happy, confident children. And when they reached out, there was no way that I could say no. I've heard nothing but great things about this company. They sent me the PDF and then 2 journals for my big kids to be able to start going through. And this is the Big Life Journals, 2nd edition, and it is beautiful inside. If you've been around for any amount of time, you all know that I have been trying to instill a good quality character trait in my kids each week that we do homeschooling. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Tanya. I have 4 children. My oldest, Lily, is 9, about to be 10 in just a few days. Our only son is Austin, he is 8, and then our 2 little girls are 5, Dylan, and then our littlest one, Emerson, is 3. And like I said, this year I have really just been trying to instill really good qualities in my kids. And I have realized just because you have good character doesn't mean that mentally you can always be positive and have a good growth mindset. I'll just be honest. Naturally, I am negative. I just always think of the worst that's going to happen. And through only using this for 2 weeks, I can tell you right now, even my mental health is better. I have found ways and have used the wording in this lesson plans so that I can positively speak growth to my children. It truly has been great and wonderful, and it's life-changing because I have something that has many resources in it to help me stay on top of just feeding my kids positivity and uplifting them in a way that has been scientifically proven to work. Through this, you are able to teach your kids how to have better self-esteem, how to be resilient, how to take on new challenges, and not to be afraid to fail. Because failure is how we begin and what makes us, right? We know that as adults, but it's hard to teach our kids that. And through this lesson plans and with conjunction with the planner, and even they have a podcast, you're able to do all of that. So let's turn the camera around and let me show you what's exactly inside the Big Life Journal lesson plans. So what does this lesson planner actually cover? It covers 10 lessons to teach growth mindset and important life skills. As we open this planner up, you're going to see the table of contents, and I will just list you what this planner does include. It includes believe in yourself, mistakes help you grow, be persistent, be grateful, be unique, be you. Challenges make you stronger, effort is key, love learning, be kind, and make a difference. And we all know we want to teach our kids these things. One thing that I absolutely do love about this planner is the amount of prep work that they have put in to really explain all the things that this planner does include. And so it does have flexibility approaches. It has just an introduction of what each lesson plan has. It has an overview and a goal. It tells you the amount of time that each lesson takes depending on your size of your group, and I completely appreciate that. As homeschool moms, we're busy. It also tells you competencies and materials that you're gonna need. It gives you a flow and a flexibility per lesson, and just additional enrichment. And this is actually where I started when I started planning the week out. We do use this lesson planner 1 chapter per week. So the first chapter is Believe in Yourself. And again, this is for you. This is to tell you what's really gonna happen and what this lesson is all about. Then you go into the actual lesson and you have your overview and goal again, your time, the competencies, which is self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, materials that you're gonna need, optional things that you can do, how to connect, which gives you a great questions, and a guide to how to listen to the things that it includes. So with the journal and with this, has you listen to their podcast. And if you've already listened to their podcast, it has a way for you to do the lesson anyways and review it. Then it goes into understanding the lesson and reflecting the lesson, a conclusion, and then a way to adapt this lesson if you have a struggling reader, for visual and tactic learners, for kinesthetic learners, for small groups, and for homeschoolers. Y'all, they have thought of everything. Moving on to the next page, you have the extended, which has journal pages in it, which go in reflection of the journal. And you have your activity that you can also do as an extension of this lesson. You have optional lessons in quite a few of the chapters. And then my favorite part of this is the additional resources. When we are talking about additional resources, they have mapping and geography, they have videos, they have music, they have extra books you can get, they have food, things for the parents. Y'all, they have an awesome blog on their website that has great scientific, positive psychology-based articles to help you do things with your kids and help you as a parent really connect with your kids and help them grow to their best ability. This is where I realized in the second chapter I wanted to start. And with that, I have actually started using this lesson planner on my computer. Last week, we were on Mistakes Help You Grow, chapter 2. And I just opened it up on my computer, and you see all the blue? That's as many links as they have for you. Again, books and food and teacher resources. I read a couple of these. First article was 4 steps to help your kids cope with feelings about failure. I know I definitely need to know exactly what to say to my kids in certain situations. It just makes it easy. And then you have 7 ways to teach your kids failure is a great thing. Y'all, we don't get anywhere without failure, but our kids don't understand that. And so to be a parent and to have these resources has made a huge difference the last couple weeks. They also have things they have on their website that you can purchase to even dive deeper into. Another thing I wanted to show you was the first page, and that was art. You guys, as homeschool mothers, we can take this lesson plan, this one right here, and we can apply it to every aspect of our homeschool because they have done all the work for us. Like I said, books, extra videos, and art. Y'all, I can just click on how to draw a robot, how to draw a cartoon robot, or even how to draw a koala. And it takes me to Art for Kids Hub on YouTube. That simple, with a simple click, and then we watch it. It makes it so easy. So even though you start with what they want us to do, I have read this for the week, and then I go all the way back to the end of this, and I go to additional resources. That way I am not looking back afterwards and being like, oh, I really wish we would have incorporated this, or I really wish we would have made that food this week. I just look to see what resources they have. And then I will go back, I know my goals and my objectives because they list it out so nice for me in my introduction right here. When we go into the journals themselves, one thing that has really helped is they talk about a journal buddy. And so we haven't even filled out the first page, but it has a good couple overviews of the pages, exactly what's included, which is exactly what I just read you, those 10 chapters. And we talk about themselves and their superpowers. This book truly does make your kid feel good throughout the whole journal. It has great artwork that also helps them really remember that they can do all the things they set their mind to if they only try. It also has great reading in it, which will reflect the podcast if you choose to listen to it. And if you choose not to listen to it, it's okay because they have the reading and you can still get just as much out of it. They go and they list some things about themselves. So there's artwork in here. There's good ways for them to really write down what they think they are good at. And then these are my daughter's favorite. So this is actually my son's journal. They have a coloring sheet in the back of each lesson that they get to color, and you can make them into posters and put them on your kids' walls. Let them really sink in this message. Last week we did Mistakes Help You Grow, and it was the cutest story about an engineer. So to listen to the podcast, they filled out the questions, and like I said, you also have a question buddy, and so they got to discuss. I said, even though it says buddy, it's going to be me, my daughter, my son, and all three of us really just dive deep into the questions. And even though my two littles are not writing in a journal, that doesn't mean we're not discussing all of it. They're here at the table as we're listening to the podcast, and as you saw in the intro as well, they're in their Bibles at this time and coloring and really being able to soak in the message. But this one was about all about failures. It was about a robotics lover, and so they got to design a robot. My son made his very own robot out of Legos. They then began to really discuss what really happens to your brain and how does it really grow when you are making a mistake. They have, again, great pages that give them that self-esteem that I think all kids today need. And not in a cheesy way either. This is building their self-confidence in a positive growth mindset way. Not only in the journals, but also the lesson plans. I have found this to be enriching our morning time. I love it because you get to build your kids' confidence. You get to have discussion questions. It's not a one and done kind of a thing. It adds on, it builds on. You can go as far as you want, or you can do as little as you want. It also is not Bible based, but it's easy to add scripture if you would like to. It is perfect for every household, like I said, because they give you so many options to extend the lesson or adapt the lesson. And then all of the additional resources in the back. I really hope that you guys take the time and click the link below and check out the Big Life Journal. We will definitely be using it for the next 8 weeks as we go through the next 8 chapters, and have loved it thus far. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye, friends.